Welcome to the LaserDisc Wolfpack THX CAV Special Limited Edition podcast. One of maybe one, maybe more, depending on how this goes.
Yeah, exactly.
My host, Mr. Ryan Cushing.
So I'm Ryan Cushing. You've probably seen me post all of the time, apparently the most every month. But we were talking and we decided to put something together here because I picked up a crazy collection and we have some crazy chats and we figured we'd have a little fun here. So I'll pass it off to Seth.
Hey everyone, it's the middle of the night here, 2 a.m. In Sweden, where I'm from. So I just took a nap and I went up, and I'm down with the Wolfpack gang. So even though I'm not living in the lower 48, I'm all over in Europe. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to chat about discs and other stuff, and with the creme de la creme of the LaserDisc community.
We are very cremmy.
Yes, and I'm going from all the other side of the world to the Pacific Ocean in California. Hello, Maxeene. How are you doing?
Your friendly neighborhood laser queen over here in California, burning up. It's very hot. I had to wear a tank top. I tried several shirts that were going to be competitors for what to wear for this lovely chat here of LaserDiscs, and I've got my car stereo tank top, Pioneer.
Super Tuner 2 even.
Yes.
Vintage.
This'll actually be a segue shirt into one of the things that's my recent pickups too.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, man. You're just going to make us all jealous right off the bat.
And I am CultureDog Sam Hatch. You may have seen me on this channel that I'm posting this on before. So that's you know what I do. We'll just jump right into stuff, right?
Yeah, and we do have Bill from Massachusetts here with us, but he got some food delivered, and that's way more important than this.
His priorities are out of whack.
So when Hellraiser goes away, you'll know that Bill's joining us.
Pinhead is now his nickname from here on out.
We'll rename him real quick now.
Yeah, add that in there.
So for those of you watching, we're using Zoom, which is apparently a viral sensation for bad things, good things, and everything else under the sun. But it works really well, and we can do it with pretty much anything. So we can't say no to that. Now that we got the rename done, we'll start with some recent pickups. Sam?
Ooh, LD pickups. I did. I technically got a big pile, but it's not really a collection. It's the remainder of someone's collection. But I on LaserDisc Forever, all of a sudden, some guy from down the street was saying, "Oh, I've got a bunch of discs for free. I need to get them out of the garage. Come and get them." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna let someone else take this one." And then that one guy from Rhode Island was like, "I'm driving in, man. I'm gonna get them." And then he failed, and then my other buddy from Middletown, which is about a half an hour away, was going to come up, and he failed. And then I was like, there's no way I'm not going to be able to go get these discs, is there? I didn't want to break quarantine, but he's like, I'm putting them on the side of the road. So I put on the mask and the gloves and went out, grabbed them, and then I ended up just taking a small pile and then gave the rest to my buddy from Middletown. After all, I was like, come on up and get these things out of my living room. And so yeah, I got a small pile of weird stuff. It was the remainder of this dude's collection. So it was a little pocket of documentaries, a little pocket of music discs, the MTV Video Music Awards Japanese disc from 1986. Oh, nice. So yeah, got some sweet videos on there, like Money for Nothing. And then just a couple random things I wanted, including the Flash Gordon letterbox disc that I'd been dying to get after I made a video about that crappy pan and scan one. So yeah, that was pretty good. And then what else did I get? I swear I got a couple other things. Oh, this one guy sent me Duel, Steven Spielberg's movie there, and the long version. And what else was in that lot? Can't remember. But I've got some Japanese discs coming, so the next one will be a little bit more exciting. But yeah, it's just some random stuff I never had, like the Pioneer Special Edition of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest I got, and I finally got that stupid Beatles box that everybody has. I'm not the biggest Beatles fan, but you gotta have the Beatles box, right?
The anthology?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
it
figured,
is.
why not? I'll keep that. So yeah, did I buy any? I don't think I bought any like off eBay in the past couple weeks or so. But yeah, that's about it for fresh pickups.
Nice.
I'll be doing the proper video too, showing them all one by one, lovingly.
How about you, Seth?
Yeah, I've gotten some. Someone from the United States of America sent me a couple of these. The Looney Tunes. Yeah, it was Ryan. I bought these from Ryan, all 4 of them, and then a couple of days later, or weeks later, because they took 2 months to get here. So after they got here, a couple of days later, that's not on you, of course. But after a couple of days later, the 5th one popped up in Norway for a substantial higher price. Humble brag, but. No, I should actually just gotten the number 5, and then I have number 5. Ha ha ha. No, but that's gonna be cool. So,
Nice.
And what else? So from Japan, I got another couple of things. I got this.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Where the Wind Blows, which is like a British animated film about like a nuclear holocaust. And
Yeah, it's
like,
super upbeat.
yeah, yeah. And it's got like David Bowie and who else is on there? You guys probably know this better than me. Yeah, lots of popular artists do like this very dreary music to it. So it gives me sort of. I've seen the trailer and I just watched through it a bit. So this copy is widescreen as opposed to the US, which is pan and scan. So, but it gives me kind of like the wall kind of feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't realize that was widescreen. Nice pickup.
Yeah, it's a bit noisy, video noisy, so that's a bit unfortunate. Then I did some local pickups, bought on an auction, but the guy lives in my town, which is quite rare. The Mrs. Doubtfire box, or like the starting bid, like $7.50. And
I don't even have that.
Yeah, I don't know what's unique about it, and it seems.
Max is laughing at you.
Yeah.
This approves of your Mrs. Doubtfire box.
Over 30 minutes of scenes deleted from the theatrical release, on-camera interview with, yeah. So it has a Bond guy too, and I think I sort of, when I saw this one, and this one must be before, 93, so this is before GoldenEye. So I think I probably was prejudiced to him, because he's kind of like the bad guy in this film.
Yeah.
The new dad. So I probably was kind of prejudiced towards him when he's going to play Bond. So, the bad stepdad. What else did I get from Japan?
That's awesome.
Yeah, this was also the local pickup. So trivia: can anybody know? Does anyone know the Star Wars connection to this one?
Wasn't that I'm trying to remember? But that's the one that was like half directed by what? It was Akira Kurosawa, or was it somebody? No, it was another Japanese director that directed half of it, right?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
And then the other half was, I can't remember what the American half was.
So the connection is that this was used. This is like really far. This is like far-fetched. This is they used this footage from this to intercut
for the Death Star attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean, so this is a Fox film, as you can see from the big letterbox thing here. So they used footage from this to intercut when doing like the rough cut.
Yeah.
So see, Bill is here. So
Pinhead's back. What's up?
Hey.
We renamed you. You're welcome.
Awesome. Over dinner. Sorry about that.
We're on recent pickups.
Oh, cool.
Next, so it's good timing.
I gotta pull something out.
You can just tell us. It's fine.
Yeah, I just talked about him. I didn't show him.
Yeah, Seth just was way more prepared than the rest of us.
Yes,
I
was.
Way to go, Seth, making us look bad.
I've taken a cue from you, like the master himself. So
fair enough.
And I'm not holding them up so you can see the titles.
Oh yeah.
But the last thing is Arctic Heat.
Oh, nice.
Yes, or Born American. This is directed by. It's kind of like, this is like very much Ryan territory. It has like a brother of a. It's Mike Norris, not Chuck, and he's probably the less known of all like celebrity brothers. Like there's like the Murphy brother and the Frank Stallone, and Swayze has a brother too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I've never heard about Mike Norris before. So yeah. And it's directed by Rennie Harlan.
Nice.
You might know him from, he was married to Gina Davis. He did like the Long Kiss Goodnight and Die Hard 2, I think.
Yep. Cliffhanger.
Yeah. Cliffhanger too. Yeah.
Cutthroat Island.
Yeah, that one with Michael Douglas. No, there wasn't. I think it was Michael Douglas from the start on that one. But so this has been for sale on a Swedish auction site for years for like $150. And I got it for not that much, but less than that, and it's still sealed. Ooh.
Nice.
So yeah, gonna watch it, and then it's gonna go on the Ryan pile. And I actually got one disc here, which is on the Ryan pile, which is Pinocchio's Revenge. Also, this came in from Finland. So me and Ryan were doing this kind of like intercepting and then repackaging. And I've got stuff for both Sam and Bill going out later, but we need some borders to open before we can get those. But yeah, Pinocchio's Revenge came from Finland, and it was like, oh, it's a big box. And so sometimes Finnish names can look Swedish. So who's this Kurt guy? And I don't know. And then oh yeah, it was Ryan's disc. So yeah, got that on the Ryan pile.
You're just teasing me. It's still sealed too. Like, you should watch it before you send it. It's fine.
I will definitely. Yeah, that was it for me.
Sweet. What's Bill got?
You ready, Bill?
Yeah, I just grabbed one cool one. I got a few that came in this week, but nothing too crazy. All my stuff's stuck in Japan right now. So I was like, I don't know, maybe next time I'll have some really, really cool stuff. But this one finished.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Oh wait. There we go.
Nice.
Reflection action. Sorry about that. THX Thunderball.
Still got that hype sticker.
What's up?
Still got that hype sticker on there.
Still got the hype sticker. Yeah, it's in great shape.
Nice.
Yep. And that was just the last one I needed for the Bond set, pretty much. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one.
Respect.
I got a Goldfinger THX, but for now I got the Connery 3-pack that kind of ties it over.
That's a good box though. So.
Yeah, they all look pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a shame that it gets glossed over because there's those THX releases. Like, you're just like, this is cool, but now these are cooler.
Yeah,
because that thing like dropped in '93, so that was like, oh, here's finally the good first three Connery. They're letterbox and everything, and so it was like hot crap when it came out. But now, yeah, like you said, everyone's just like, whatever. Yeah. THX is where it's at.
Yeah.
But man, I'm trying to see how many players are in your stack of gear behind you there. But it's going up to the ceiling.
Now we're all just staring at your background.
I gotta do something about that. You guys want some players?
I just want mine back if we get a laser that's not nasty.
Gonna happen.
Yeah.
The laser's probably in the mail.
Well, yeah, one's going back, so we can get a new one. So.
Yeah.
How about you, Maxeene?
Well, I have. I'll pull my stack out here.
Yeah, she probably just bought like 1,000.
They just show up in thousands.
I have not left. I have like a grandma that I help during the week, so I can't like be risking leaving. So that's the bummer for me. I didn't get to go at a bunch of ones that people are clearly getting rid of. But I did get stuff from Japan. I got Tune-Up and the sequel.
Ooh.
Best like sequel on the market.
Yeah.
Dolby surround action. Nice.
I haven't looked at these yet. I just thought they looked really cool, so I hope that they're really cool. I love demo and promo stuff, but this was the one I'm super stoked about because it's my first.
Nice.
Wow.
And I have the Super Tuner in my 1960 Dodge Phoenix. I have an 8-track player Super Tuner. So I friggin' love Super Tuners. So like just to have this is still sealed too, but I have no idea what this is gonna have. It just literally says LaserDisc on the back. Like it's really descriptive. I have no clue. Driven by excellence.
Yeah, so, hopefully that's a cool like training thing or I don't know.
Maybe it's like a store promo or something.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Demo dish kind of thing.
Hey, dude, do you want a car stereo? I do, but there's so many to choose from.
I know. Oh my god. I'm really what I'm hoping for is it's like one of the like the MTV New Music Reports where it's like slightly interactive, where there's weird like things where they're talking to the camera, but like they're showing you a bunch of stuff. I'm hoping it's like that. But this one showed up today. This was the one I was stoked about.
Oh, snap. That's from like the old cable stations, right? Sneak preview? I remember seeing that stuff.
it's a sneak preview, and it says pay-per-view on it.
Yeah.
And then there was inside a little sheet here, a little sleeve candy that says there could be WCW Super Brawl 3 and Wednesday ringside on here.
Snap.
Wow.
So this says it's a schedule of like the LaserDisc preview, and then it says like what's going to possibly be on it with clips and stuff.
Man.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to see that on my cable channel when they would have like the guide or whatever. It'd be like inset and a little sub window on the guide, and I remember that logo would say like sneak preview, and they'd show you like clips of things that you could get on pay-per-view or whatever. So sweet.
Yes. Just making us jealous with that WCW content.
Loving it.
It's on there. I'm hoping it's on there. The only like slight thing to me that it might not be is the disc says it's to be played December 31st through January 1st, and then the sheet says February on it. So I'm not sure if the con is in there, and so I'm hoping that it's that cool.
Absolutely. Like, fingers crossed, because we're going to want digital copies just to watch it.
Yes.
Take us back to the good old days.
Watching my cable TV.
Yeah, I know. It's on there. I'll put it down to DVD burner.
Excellent.
Awesome. Well, as you might have seen on the LaserDisc Forever forum, I picked up 1,400 discs. I broke stay-at-home order, crossed state borders, and borrowed my dad's SUV and filled it to the brim. Like, couldn't have gotten anything more in it. And kind of ended up with some really sweet stuff. The highlights, besides the Amazing Panda Adventure, which unfortunately didn't make it, was rotted.
Oh man, I called dibs on that too.
I know. I was really hoping we'd get an Amazing Panda Adventure, but not today.
Rats.
But I got that one up there. End of Days. People might have heard of it.
Oh yeah, that's like a thing. Yeah.
It's apparently rare. I don't know. It was just a comment in that lot.
It's worth a
And
couple
then-
bucks. Yep.
The premium Hogan up there, the Grail of Hogan collectors, the Secret Agent Club, which I don't know. Has anyone ever seen somebody post that cover before?
No, not until you got it. That's the first time I saw it.
Yeah, like I wasn't sure it existed.
About it.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, and so I'm like, oh, it's an image release, so who knows? But
Yeah.
couple little specs on the side B, but oh, it's great. It takes you back to the 90s. It's child focused, which is weird. So it's a bunch of kids who help rescue the one kid's father, who's Hulk Hogan, and they raid a toy store to get like gadgets to use. So there's some Nickelodeon gack and everything in it. So,
Wow.
I know, right? It was like, oh man, I remember all of that.
You need Moikey. That sounds like something he'd be right up his alley.
Oh yeah, like he'd definitely buy this if he could find it for sure.
Yeah.
And then I picked up a few other Nate releases. I got a Notting Hill, which got Vincent's approval, which was nice, which means I'll probably never watch it.
Eyebrow.
And then I got a Very Bad Things that was rot free, which is a rarity because a lot of them have a little bit of speckle.
Nice.
That's
An
very
Abominable Snowman Roan collection, which was just great. And then I picked up a copy of Practical Magic, which I'll probably also never watch, but
I got the poster right there.
yeah. But it's right in that sweet spot. So I was really, really happy with some of the Nate releases. But then I got some other cool stuff too. I got the Magic of the Golden Bear Goldie 3, which is a children's movie with Mr. T and Cheech Marin.
Wow.
Did they
It's
hang
sealed.
out often?
Quality.
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to crack the seal and then also drink a lot first. But
Yeah, that might be a good night.
It's available on YouTube for those that don't want to buy the LaserDisc. And I saw some of it. And she's walking in the forest like, "Hey, Goldie, we're walking here." And it's like, and then Mr. Keek comes up and is like, "Ah!" I was like, "Run, Goldie!" Yeah, acting is top notch on that one. Academy Award winning.
Nice.
that's right up my alley. Actually, the whole collection had every movie that involved people with animals, like Amazing Panda Adventure and Goldie 3, Like you name it, there were people with animals, and it was just great. And then of course it had that sweet Rumble in the Bronx, the rental version.
Yeah.
Had both discs, and that like I can't wait to spin that. It's in my to spin pile. Yeah. And I also got a Prayer of the Roller Boys in there, a US copy, which used to be really rare, and then it's popped up on eBay like every other week now, which is good because people need to watch that. But I was happy to find one, so I was really happy. It was hard because I have to sell some of the stuff because I paid a lot for it, but I did keep a few good things, so it was nice.
Have you started selling yet?
Oh yeah, it's nonstop. It's it's a lot of work. I can't park in my garage right now, which is okay because my wife can still park in the garage, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, as long as she's happy, you're good.
Absolutely. So it was good, and I have to figure out where I'm putting the 125 that I kept. Not that I keep track of that, but apparently I did, and I don't know yet. It was 124, but then my wife was like, "Oh, is that It's Pat? Do we have that?" And It's Pat snuck its way in.
Yeah, man. You need it for the Quentin Tarantino collection.
Yeah.
Or the SNL collection.
I want that one. Yeah, SNL collection.
So it was all good. But yeah, that does it for the recent pickups. I could go into my eBay collection, but I don't want to talk about it.
Sounds interesting.
No, it's just I buy too much. I learned after preparing for this.
Well, this is an intervention. We've been meaning to tell you. We all care about you, Ryan, and we know you have a problem. And we're here to tell you that you need to get help.
Let's hope it autofocuses. I was worried
It
there.
did. You're good.
Well, okay, then I'll talk about like two other things. I'll keep it brief. I got that Transformers 2010 box set with the CAV Transformers, and
Nice.
I didn't think that was real until like I actually saw one and snagged it, and then it was like, okay, I'm gonna get it, and that's gonna be missing or something, because you never know when you get something from Japan. Like you kind of know, but man, it was nerve wracking. But it sounds amazing. It looks amazing. Like it's the best of both worlds. So for those of you who want a Transformers movie, the ones you've gotten are trash. And I kid. You got to find the even rarer version than the ridiculous ones that are rare now. So, and then I did also get that sweet American Ninja 5 all the way from Indonesia.
Snap.
Oh,
And I didn't think it was real until I saw a copy and was able to get it. And it took like 2.5 months to get here. And the first box that was sent is back in Indonesia. So we're going to resend that after the world resumes. But right now it's just safely where it started. After it made it all the way to Chicago, the U.S. Postal Service screwed up and sent it all the way back. And it stopped through like India and a couple other countries. It was in Bangkok. And I'm like, what? And then it made it all the way back. Yeah, not broken, made it all the way back, but like he had to pay a fee, like a tariff fee for importing it, and he's like, it's my package.
Oh, wow.
But
God.
yeah, we'll get it back. So yeah, it's well worthwhile though the wait, because the payoff on American Ninja 5 was it was rough. It's not great.
You sure it's worthwhile?
Oh, totally. Like it's the thrill of the hunt, so it's worth it.
I don't think I even saw part 5. I must have tapped out after, 3 or 4, maybe.
You didn't miss much. There was some decent sequences, but it was really bad.
All right.
So I guess that segues us into recent spins. So I'll let you take over, Sam.
Man, of course I had to fire up that Flash Gordon so I could see what all that litter box goodness was. It's still like, yeah, I got tons of print damage and stuff like that, but it's sweet having that Panavision widescreen, and I didn't stretch it, so that was nice. It looked good. So I'm gonna do a video on that soon. And what else did I watch? Oh, some nudnik sent me a Star Wars collector's box that I'm gonna work on a video on that sometime soon. So I was watching some of those discs for
nice.
Yeah, it's May. It's a big Star Wars month, so I figured I'd get going on that. Spinning that, and what else? I watched a couple of other things that were not on LaserDisc. Don't tell anybody, so that will not be discussed here. But yeah, and then of course I watched that MTV Music Video Awards from '86. So it was I think there was some Janet Jackson on there. There was Dire Straits was all up in there. Yeah, it was like about 8 or 9 different videos, and then like moments from the award show. So it was super cheesy. And I watched Motor Fantasy. We were talking about that earlier, which is kind of softcore porn mixed with car porn. And yeah, it's funny because it doesn't really kind of tell you that it's like a nudie car thing at all until you're watching it, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is happening. So Bill, watch out! Don't put that on the screen while your fiance is roaming about, or she'll think you're a. Yeah, she probably knows your your proclivities, but yeah, Motor Fantasy. It's got some smooth jams and like a Lotus Esprit in one segment. So I was all up in that, being a James Bond fan. And then yeah, that's about it. Like, I'm sure I'll think of something later, but that's the bulk of it. And then I watched Aliens Special Edition because someone mentioned that there's like secret writing in the beginning of it, the CAV box set. Like it says something like Aliens test pressing or something like that in like green letters, kind of like buried in the black, like right when you first start side 1. And
nice.
I never seen it before, so I thought he was on crack. And I fired it up and I jacked my brightness up. I'm like, he's not on crack.
So it's not an urban legend. That's a confirmed LaserDisc.
It is. It's a true legend. There's some sort of secret writing buried in the Video Master on the Aliens box set Special Edition.
Nice.
U.S. pressing, of course, yeah. Or U.S. I think Mitsubishi pressing, U.S. release. So.
Now we're going rabbit hole. You got to get the Technodisc pressing.
So and I fired it up. So I'm like, well, I can't stop watching Aliens. Yeah, I got to keep this going. So. Yep, that's about it.
Theatrical release of it, or was it the extended version?
Yeah, it was the extended.
Yeah,
I still don't have that THX version of the theatrical one, but man, I don't really watch the theatrical one anymore.
Is that the AC3 one?
Yeah, the AC3 one's got, it's supposed to look great and everything like that, but it doesn't have auto cannons, and I like auto cannons, so I watched the special edition. So what have you been spinning, Ryan?
Well, I'll talk about a couple of them. I've watched almost 200 movies this year. It really ramped up once we went into quarantine because I'll watch a movie while working on something from work. And I can usually pay attention. Every once in a while, I have to stop and start over, but I've been pretty good about it. But some of the cool things I've spun through, I watched the Lex box set.
Oh, wow.
Which I didn't know existed until I saw it on some random Japanese auction, and it really brought me back to how did this get made, and how did it get more seasons after the first one was so bad? But it was badass, but terrible. And then I finally watched Runaway Train, which I'd never seen, and it's Canon Films, so like I don't know how I hadn't seen it, but long time ago, I didn't know what it was, and I just sold it off at a garage sale. I'm like, whatever, it's some movie with Eric Roberts, whatever. And then I realized, I'm like, oh, this is Canon Films, and it's actually pretty decent. Like, I enjoyed it. And then I wondered why it was on Canon Films. But that was really good. I watched Chain of Command, which is a Hong Kong Michael Dudikoff. Got a Dudikoff drop, obviously, because, that's where it's at. And then I watched Blood Moon, which is Gary Daniels, and that had some fantastic fight sequences. Very disappointing ending, kind of a cop-out, but God, the fight sequences in that were just great. So if you can find one super cheap, watch it, because it's pure entertainment. But those are the big ones beyond End of Days, which was fantastic, and Secret Agent Club, which was cheesy as hell. But both, if you can ever find them, just watch them at least and enjoy them. So, how about you, Bill?
I grabbed a few of them that we watched kind of recently over here. Some Nate releases in this pile.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah, first one. Big props to Ryan on this one. American Pie action. It was all right. It wasn't that good. I remember it being a lot funnier when I was younger, but it was still pretty all right.
So you're saying it hasn't aged well in 21 years?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some of the jokes were kind of sketchy. I got this one. On
Sweet.
Funhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Toby
great.
Hooper action.
Yeah, that was a real fun one.
Nice.
That's the one you were saying had the disclaimer about the aspect ratio, right?
Yeah, I was saying something about it. I don't know if my camera will pick it up. Let me see. Let's see here. Can you guys see that? Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So it's saying something about basically the aspect ratio may change depending on your display.
Hmm.
And I was like, wait a minute, what the hell's that all about? Sam was saying it might be for overscan, which I guess that would make sense because it's pretty wide. It was 2.35 to 1.
All right.
Ratio. Yeah, so like a lot wider than most of the widescreen releases. What else do we have? We put on CB4 last night.
Yeah. Straight out of low cash.
Yeah, low cash. That was a good time.
That's my jam right there.
Yeah, really, really good transfer on that one for a disc from
Yep.
93. It's so clean. Like, we were watching it on the X0 with the eval board on the projector. It looked really good.
Flexing.
It's just for projection use. It's a great player.
Nice.
And then we watched this piece of shit kind of recently.
Ooh.
Yes.
I fell asleep 3 times.
Excellent.
I kind of. I don't want to even go back and watch what I fell asleep for. Yeah, not recommended, but I guess it's kind of fun, but not really. And I already put it back in the rack, so I didn't pull the jacket out, but I got the Night Flyer.
Yes.
That kicked major ass.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And Miguel Ferrer. I may have said
Yep.
that name wrong, but yeah, from Twin Peaks. But
Robocop.
He's such a dick in that.
He's such a jerk. It's crazy. Yeah, he's over the top. Loved it. I don't know who's up. Maxeene.
I think you skipped Seth.
Oh, we skipped Seth. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It was Ryan's fault.
He's half asleep anyways, so it's fine.
No, I'm not. I'm all jacked up on Dr. Pepper vanilla floats. I went to the specialist store that has American sodas that I can buy for like $2. No, this is $1.50, so it's like very expensive here. So it's imported, flown over, very environmentally friendly, of course. And I got for first time I tried Faygo, the red pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already downed that thing. It was really good.
I swear that's a different Dr. Pepper can than you held up earlier. Have you already pounded like 5 of them? No, it's the same one? All right.
Same one. And I got the other one here too.
That's the one I saw. Yeah.
We're going to pause a moment for our sponsor, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you might be just, really abusing your Dr. Pepper.
No. I'm like Spider-Man. He's like sponsored by Dr. Pepper, right? Wasn't he like at least the old ones with Sam Ramin?
Sam Raimi was Dr. Pepper? Yeah.
So a recent spin. Since quarantine, I'm not watching that many movies. I work from home. I get really tired after work, so I don't get to watch that much. But recently I said, I'm going to watch a LaserDisc, and I watched this baby.
Yes.
Hardware.
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah. Really nice cover. I just got it more or less the cover, and I've been to a local, film cinema. It's called a Cinematech. So they show like films, and a local film director got to pick a film, and he picked the documentary about the Island of Dr. Moreau film.
Yeah, Lost Souls.
Yeah, Lost Souls. Yeah,
Yep.
And he talked about how he liked Dust Devil and Hardware, and then he did Dr. Moreau, which then turned into crap. And now he's back again for the first time in like 20 years or something. Richard Stanley, or 22 or 25.
Yeah, with Color Out of Space.
Color of Space. Yeah. So
that was good. Not LaserDisc, but definitely good.
Yeah.
And Nick Cage, which.
Yep.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
But this one I was really impressed by. This disc itself is pan and scan, but I think it's more or less, I would say, the O word.
Yeah, it's not a wide movie, so I
No.
don't think you're really missing much or gaining that much. Yeah.
Would you say there's some matting with that O word?
Yeah. I was actually gaining matte stuff and crap in the top and bottom, vignetting. So I zoomed it using my Lumagen. So I can actually do some flexing there. It has the incremental zoom thing. So I zoomed up a bit to like 166, 17 something.
Yep.
Yeah, a bit noisy, but it was a really cool film. I really enjoyed it. And it has the guy from Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Batman, and this as the creepy neighbor.
William Hootkins.
Yeah, that's his name.
Porkins from Star Wars.
Yeah, Porkins from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Come on, you know Porkins, right?
Yeah. But it's like that's the one that we know him from.
Yeah. And the Top Men guy from Raiders. That's a big one. Yeah.
Yep. And the only fat guy in the film, I would think. Well, Jabba was cut, so we'll name you Porkins.
Lucas was original.
And I also watched a bit of Looney Tunes. I think it's kind of fun to pop in those discs, and I like that they have like one disc is like Bugs Bunny, one is Daffy, and I just popped a random one in, and it was like a bunch of ones I've never seen. So it was kind of like but they're fun to just pop in once in a while. Yeah. That's my spins.
I feel bad whenever I get those or Tex Avery boxes. So I just think, I'm going to sell these, and I never watch them. So maybe someday. What's Maxeene been watching?
Well, I've been on a Mike Myers kick, and
Nice.
I watched on YouTube just a whole what the heck happened to Mike Myers, and then I was like, well, now I'm gonna watch a bunch of Mike Myers films. So I started with Austin Powers.
Nice.
And that was like, I was laughing the whole time. I love that movie. I watched that so many times as a kid, and like so many jokes just never went into my head, just way over my head, no clue. And watching it now is just like hilarious to me. I watched So I Married an Ex-Murderer, and
nice. Oh, we lost you.
Seen that come to me,
Oh,
but like I never clearly watched the whole film, which seems it seems crazy, and it was great. I loved it.
That's
I
a good
loved
flick.
his little like love, like his little beatnik poetry bit.
Harriet.
Was just great. I
Sweet
love
Harriet.
Yeah.
So love Ed.
So love Ed.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I loved it.
Was that after Wayne's World?
Yeah, I think that was like between Wayne's World and Austin Powers. Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, okay.
Way early, I thought. It's like from '93.
Yeah, so
I
before
was
like Wayne's World
really
2?
Shocked.
Maybe?
Yeah. I think Wayne's World 2 is from 93, or was it 94? Because they referenced
I
Jurassic
think
Park
that's
in that one.
Yeah, you're right. We'll have to quick to the internet.
Yeah.
Does anyone have that?
I need Wayne's World 2 on LD actually.
What?
I'm trying to think what else I've watched.
93 was Wayne's World. December 1993 was Wayne's World 2. Yeah.
Wow.
90 minutes away from me in Aurora, Illinois.
Nice. And Married an Ex-Murderer was 1993.
Ah.
Yeah, a little bit earlier in the year, July.
Wow. Yeah, it was. I don't know how I never really saw the whole thing. Like I'm glad I finally got to see the whole thing. But other than that, we've been watching like a lot of like just the Cars Heartbeat City. Like I'll just pop that in the morning, like other stuff. I love all the music video just to do kind of things in the background. So
Bill likes watching naughty Duran Duran videos.
Yeah, I had Decade on earlier. It was sweet.
Yeah, it's good background stuff. Put on a music video disc and just let it rip.
Oh, yeah. I put on an Allman Brothers one, and the only comment I got was from Altman because he was like, that's not German metal. And I'm like, sorry for your odd flex. You got me. It's not. Not even close.
You caught me.
Collection. The Megadeth music videos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice.
That was really cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we don't give the music video discs enough love because we're focused on the Nate releases and all the crazy like the THX bonds, but it's like, man, some of those are just great to pop on and enjoy.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
I have literally probably 10 shelves full of music concert ones and hard duplicates of those types. So I mean, it's a lot. So I mean, it's a huge spread too. I have some really weird kinds, and like there's a good variety. So
oh, it looks like we're losing Maxeene.
She's stuck in the upside down.
Oh man.
I'm having crap. No.
There you are. I hear you.
I know you guys
Hang on a second. We're gonna try something.
Okay. Let's do it.
How about now? Can we can't see you, but I think we'll be able to hear you a little better.
All right. Is it working?
Oh,
yeah, much better. Sorry. The joys of the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You guys were kind of cutting out a little bit too, so I figured I might be cutting out then when I'm talking, but who knows?
Is that pretty good?
Yeah, it sounds good now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Awesome.
That's what I do during the day. I tell people to turn their cameras off. Like work from home. Oh, your internet's a little slow. We'll turn your camera off, and then it'll work better for everyone because we can hear you, and they can hear you, and you can hear them, and it's like a bad repeat of my morning. No.
Mr. IT.
Yes, indeed.
This was an intervention and an IT session, so cool.
Yes. For the next thing, we'll talk about webcams. No.
Pros and cons.
So speaking of delays, we're all experiencing it. Postage delays. I personally have seen a few, and my biggest one was I still haven't got it. I won a GoldenEye DTS off eBay for a ridiculous price, and it was on its way, and that was April 4th. And so a couple weeks later, I messaged the seller, and he's like, yeah, I can't do anything, so I'm just going to refund you. So I'm like, well, it's still on its way, and it's not that delayed. And I'm like, maybe it'll come. Fast forward like 40 days, and the Postal Service told me to fill out a missing mail request. So we lost a good one. But I'm seeing some crazy delays, and some things just go right through. Like when you ship a 50-pound package to Sweden, it's already in New York.
Yeah.
Oh. So
I've been
moved yet, or let's check.
Yeah, I've been getting stuff that either shows up wicked fast or the same thing. It just disappears in a hole. I got a package today. It wasn't LaserDisc, but it was contact paper that I was using to cover up some speakers that had the wrong end caps. I wanted to make them like look all oaky, and it just sat in New Jersey for about a month and a half. Just showed up today, like covered in dirt, and looks like someone ran over it at one point. And,
Oh my God.
It was pretty beat. It's funny. Like some stuff will. Like I'll order a batch of like 3 things, and like the third thing will say, oh, the estimate is like a month from now, and that'll show up within 2 days. And the thing that they estimated was gonna be very quick will end up taking about a month and a half. So it's just a big hot mess. Someone was saying that they think that everyone's also being extra lazy because they know they can blame it on the coronavirus. So be like, I could deliver this, but
I don't feel like it.
Yeah, and I'll get away with it because of the coronavirus.
Man, I've got a couple of lasers that I bought from Singapore to fix a PAL player that I have, the 935. Bought them in January, and they just left Singapore like a week ago.
Whoa.
Oh my.
But you got movement, so that's really good.
I got movement.
Yeah.
They haven't been seen since it moved.
Man.
Yeah, it's rough. Maybe one day this year they'll show up and I can check out that PAL player. All over an M holder, the damn M holder. I had to buy completely, new lasers because can't get my hands on a used one or a different one or anything. It's crazy.
I was wondering how it was going with your PAL player there, because you've been busy with other things. I was thinking, you put the PAL player on the back burner, but now I understand what's going on there with the delay.
Back burner until the mail gets me.
Hope they don't get sent back like Ryan's things from Singapore.
Yeah. Then you'll start it over again at 1 month, 2 month, 3 month.
Yeah. Maybe
then
next time I'll be watching the DAL discs.
Yeah, my lasers from Miami have been showing up, but they're showing up all ganked. So Bill just had to send one back today because it was so rusty and didn't work.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It spun the disc up. That was
Yep.
pretty cool, but definitely couldn't track it.
Yeah.
So was it a little too much tropical weather on it, or?
There was surface rust on the laser.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's these two little like spring-loaded arms. Hang on, let me go grab one. I have one handy actually. Not the one that we sent back today, but
Demo time.
yeah, demo time.
This is why we bring Bill. He's got all the cool like bits and pieces of what we
Yeah.
This
obsess
is
over.
a C2EX laser. This is actually Sam's laser right here. It was new old stock, but unfortunately, it's no
Dead
good.
on arrival.
Yeah, dead on arrival. I've got a working player that pops my laser into Sam's player, spins right up. It works no problem. But that's not here nor there. But anyways, the laser that we got that should have fixed Sam's other player, these little height adjusters right here, you can kind of see them, I guess, had surface rust built up on them. Like this thing had been stored outside or something like that. And like the serial numbers, obviously this is the new old stock one. You can see the stickers are nice and clean on there.
Yep.
These other ones were just like ravaged. You could like barely even read like the number anymore. Nobody should ever be touching this thing, right? It's in the player, out of sight, out of mind. If you pull it out, it should be just in an anti-static bag on a shelf somewhere, but no, it looked like it went through some shit.
Probably in Florida man's garage, just waiting for someone to buy it on eBay.
I think the previous owner was eaten by a gator, and then the gator pooped it out. And then it was found by Florida man. It's like, oh, look at this, a laser.
Yeah.
Probably just in a plastic bin, just thrown in there with like all sorts of random crap and springs and things. And
Probably. Well, I don't know. They did find it. So
they did, yeah.
There's some method to their organization, I guess. But yeah, maybe the next one won't have rust on it, and it'll be cool.
Ooh, Maxene's in space.
Excellent.
I know how that happened. I'm like, hey, the Earth is there. Cool.
I like it. You mail stuff out. How's your shipments been? Have you been getting your discs out to your customers, or?
Oh my gosh, it's been crazy trying to like not leave and then also leave to like because all the discs that I have for people to buy are not in my home, so I have to like go to another place and get them. And it's also like really getting warm now, which totally sucks. I'm not looking forward to having to keep fans on for my discs when I'm not there.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna get
Yeah, got to keep them nice and cool.
Yeah, they need temperature control.
Yeah.
I just had like one of those like fans that pulls all the hot air out. I just had someone put one of those in just literally yesterday. And that's like temperature controlled, so it's like much better. But yeah, the shipping side of things, media mail for sure has been like mega slow, and something that should take like a week to get somebody, it's like taking like 2 weeks for sure. And I've sent a couple players out, which players like when I send FedEx, I mean it's priority and it should be there in a couple days, and it's like taking a week. So yeah, like kind of getting weirdly delayed. But the weirdest thing I think that was delayed was literally I ordered belts for a player and they were in Los Angeles, and I specifically ordered from the person in Los Angeles thinking like they'll get here quickly. It took 2 weeks. I was like, excuse you. Like,
I just got some belts from Cali too, and they got held up for a while, but at least I'm on the other side of the country.
no, I literally could have like walked to where you're like, from faster.
Nice.
Yeah, I joke that I can get something from Japan faster right now than I can from anywhere in the United States, because the couriers and the FedEx and UPS are just killing it, and USPS it's sketch.
Yeah,
things are moving sometimes, but it's just it'll be days and days and days, and then all of a sudden it goes from California to Chicago, and it's like, oh, maybe I'll get it this week, maybe not.
Yeah.
because I think all laser discs inside the United States come from California.
Yeah.
That's the birthplace. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're all
Yeah.
holding. Other than the ones I
I-
found in Indiana, like that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
stuff from
both
Japan.
in-
What you were saying?
Oh, we're California and Chicago and Japan are all the hubs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'll be right back. I gotta close my window. It's storming like crazy. Also,
Yeah, we're all getting hit hard here on the East Coast.
yeah. You got last night's weather.
Yep. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. It just made some water stand around in my yard, so I couldn't mow. I was heartbroken.
Man, I feel for you.
Yeah. But
So, how is EMS from Japan to the US? Is it still open or has it been closed?
I think it's closed.
Yeah,
Bill
that's
and
what
I
I
were
heard.
talking about that. That the only options from the better sites for picking up laser discs from Japan are UPS and FedEx right now,
Yeah.
and that anything
Or
else is just not an option.
Or slow boat.
Slow boat.
I
Yeah.
just did a box today from Japan, and they only offered FedEx or UPS.
Yep.
Like everything
Yeah.
else said, they wouldn't ship it until the COVID restrictions are lifted.
Man.
I got one box. One site I bought from, they had like this discount, like 50%. It was so shipping was really cheap, and I had everything. I'd pay for it, and all of a sudden, sorry, we can't do the 50% anymore because
Oh.
we're flying out less planes. So it went back. I got the money back, and I had to pay like the double amount for shipping, and then it took a little while. But the latest packages had gone pretty fast. So in the start there, it was kind of a bit sketchy, but now I order it on Friday and get it on Wednesday, so it's really fast, and it's much less tariffs and stuff from Japan to Sweden than it is from the US to Sweden, unless you have like people that say, "Hey, this is worth $10." Like, I don't know, Ryan would do.
I think it was $1 per disc. That's what they run, you know.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I don't get any Nate releases, so they won't run me anything near that.
Yeah. It's madness though, because I've been trying to get a box packed all week now, and I'm like, they haven't packed it yet. I can't even get them to ship it if they don't pack it. Is this how they're gonna get me? Like, and it's just I'm like, I know there's cool stuff, and I think I don't remember anymore. It's been 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but it's just sitting there not packed, and I'm like, come on. But it's still way better than the USPS, so I can't complain. But I have to say COVID really wrecked it, because we were seeing those sweet FedEx discounts for international packages that were stupid cheap, like a full box of 30, 40 laser discs, and it was like $150 worldwide, and you're like, what? And now it's doubled, and it's a shame.
Oh, it's doubled. I'm waiting on some invoices to come in.
I mean, it's not bad. It's probably like, $240, $250, but like they were really, really cheap for like January, February. And then everyone locked down and sheltered in place. And I miss the good old days. Our gas went down, but our packages went up. That's not how it's supposed to happen.
Man, I still haven't had to buy gas since March. I even drove up to Bill's house and back, and I still have gas.
Wow.
Yeah, same here. I might even be like January. So I don't know what this is. Does your gas go bad after a while?
Like eventually, yeah, it starts to crap out. They said you should like get rid of it. If you're storing for like a lawnmower or something, but I don't know. Yeah, top it off, I guess. Yeah, add a little.
Sure.
Yeah.
Throw some
It'll be fine.
ethanol in there, because I think most gasolines are mixed with ethanol. So
Mhm.
you take the stuff you clean the spindle motor head. Nice.
You just put gasoline right on your spindle.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Tomorrow trending on Laserdisc forever. I heard you can put gasoline on your spindle.
Yeah, it makes it play really great, man.
So whenever this gets uploaded, next day.
All the label buildup off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bill said it.
The label
Yeah.
buildup, They leave residuals.
Nice.
So I'm gonna say a PSA for everyone. If you know a guy who's good at players, don't post his name on a public forum.
Oh, man.
Man, keep that on the down low. It's a lot of work, and I totally respect every bit of work that people do on players, and don't send people after you, after your guy.
Yes. A lot of the guys that, like, the few of them that are out there, they don't even take on new jobs anymore. So
Yeah, and if you even try to contact them, they're like, excuse me, who are you? Or they just don't respond.
Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Move along.
But Bill's posting, here's how you build the custom Sony jig. And it's like, all right, then I'm out.
I mean, you can do it too.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll just drive my S2 if it ever craps out to you, because it'll be cheaper than shipping it.
He specializes in S2s, I heard. So that's his thing.
No, I've never actually seen an S2.
Nice.
I haven't either.
Wow. Well, if you want to fix an S1, I got one for you. No, I'm good.
Out. Some people contacted me. They're like, hey, we got this in trade from a guy that we did some work for. And I'm like, you did some work for a guy and he traded you a LaserDisc player? Where's this going? And they're like, we want 175 for it. And I'm like, really?
I hate to break it to you, got a bad deal, dude.
No way. And I love the thing. But I'm like,
the guy that did work for a LaserDisc.
Yeah. No, but like the S2's been selling for crazy amounts on eBay lately. Like there was that modded one that like was up there with like, you know, some of the high-end dual-sided players, and you're like, what?
Yeah, one guy just dropped 800 on one, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it was sweet. It had the AC3 and everything, but man.
Yeah, the S2s and the X0s have like a magnetic laser transport in it. It's pretty sick. The whole assembly floats on the rails and moves without any gears, no belts or anything like that. Like the X0 design's based on the S2. They're pretty impressive on the inside. Much different than like your average LaserDisc player.
Didn't you use the service manual from the S2 to fill in some of the gaps on the XO?
Yeah. The calibration's a lot more detailed, and it's the same overall ideas, but you refer to the X0 like signal patterns, and well, I looked at the English descriptions in the S2 manual for about what to do, and then kind of correlated that with the X0 to land on what a good calibration was.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, madman.
We're moving the nerd level from like LaserDisc to like calibration of LaserDisc. Oh, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Sam did the whole community a favor this past, I guess it was last week now, or was it this week?
Last Saturday, I think I dropped that. Maybe. Yeah. Sam
taught everyone how to watch a LaserDisc because we were all doing it wrong, and he did us all a favor, and it's worked. I mean, you can talk about the results.
Yeah, I've seen so many correct images on LaserDisc Forever this week. People are like, I went into my settings on my TV and I figured out how to play my discs, and I was like, yes, that actually happened. Yeah, that thing has been cooking for years and years. It's funny because Vincent was, or Vinny, our pal, who's not on here because he's too cool, was saying that I ripped off his idea of using the Mona Lisa and as an example of, you wouldn't stretch the Mona Lisa or anything. And I'm like, I literally had that written down for like a little, like a kind of skeleton for this thing, like 5 years ago, maybe something like that. It's just been sitting in my back pocket, and it's just a lot of work. So, and I'm averse to doing that much work. And I finally just bit the bullet, did it. And it took forever to edit that thing. But yeah, theoretically, people are like, learning how to watch LaserDisc now. So
yeah, you saw a couple people actually like tagging you. That was impressive. Like every person that you save from improper aspect ratio is a feather in your cap.
Yeah, right. And I try to be fun. I try to have a good time with it and not be like too much of a dick about it. Yeah. So it seemed to go over pretty well.
Yeah, no, I think it's one of the biggest trending things that's happened on the channel, because there's a lot of people that like have posted positive, like, hey, I looked at my TV, and that's amazing. Like, like what you didn't think before that? No, whatever. It's great.
That's one thing I love about the channel, though. I have a good time chatting with everybody underneath. It's not like the usual toxic waste on other corners of YouTube. So yeah, it's a good time.
I'm just waiting for the shirtless headband video, Sam.
I gotta do that. I gotta, or one of our fellow YouTubers, Andy Summers, was building he pretty much has a home like actual movie theater in his home, this flat in England, and he was rebuilding like his full like JBL like multi-speaker rig today, and he's just running around like almost naked with a shirt wrapped around his head. He looked like he was gonna like chase after Indiana Jones any second, and I think he was gonna pass out because he was sweating to death and coughing and stuttering, and I don't know, he might be dying. So hopefully he's okay.
We don't think it's COVID, so it's okay.
No, it's everything but COVID.
Yeah. I think he's had like 5 heart attacks or something.
Yeah, we wish him well.
Absolutely. And his cats, Magic and Sooty.
Yes, Magic and Sooty are the coolest.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Magic and Sooty.
Did he have the phone on like the stick today as he was going around or whatever it was?
Yeah, it was mostly just it was like looking at him. So he might have been on a laptop and then just flipped at one point to look at him doing his work on his speakers. So yeah, I couldn't really see if he wasn't taking us on a tour or anything. So
yeah. Those are my favorite ones where he's just like lounging and moving around and you just see it like jerking on like the pole and he's talking to it. It's just like, man, like he's spent some serious time on his home theater and his streaming. It's great.
Yeah. It's all like cinema equipment in there too, which is nuts.
Yeah, his knowledge of the cinema equipment is pretty impressive. And the fact he's like, yeah, I tracked this down on eBay, but I won't pay what they pay. They have them listed for now.
He's kind of like a Truman Show of a home theater enthusiast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll stream for like 24 hours. So
Wow.
just sit there.
And you got to catch him when he's streaming because he'll stream like a movie that you can't show or can't have the audio going, and it'll be gone as soon as it's done or like shortly thereafter.
Instantly flagged.
Which is why we avoided any copyright music tonight so that Sam could monetize us. No.
Indeed. Yeah. Like, give me that money. Ooh, sweet $10 coming my way.
Man, maybe if we can get this, we'll talk a little bit more about aspect ratio so you can get up to the trending level and rake it.
Yeah. I like it.
Awesome.
But yeah, so it's going to be all uphill from here on out. Everyone's going to be watching their films correctly on their TVs, and everything's perfect now. So.
And everyone's going to be respectful of everyone else.
Yeah, totally. No more fights on LDF.
I mean, at least until Song of the South gets posted again.
Yeah.
we solved one problem, you know.
Yeah, one out of how many? We got quite a few problems in LDF. It's usually like we haven't had a lot of like, why don't you buy Blu-ray posts? That was like a big thing for a while, but that simmered down.
Yeah.
I think that there was enough people just jumping on them like, why are you here? Like,
yeah.
Well, that's
Get out.
But,
probably all one person with a fake account. Whole bunch.
From the Blu-ray forum, you know, like the DVD forum.
Yep.
It's just an executive for like Warner or something. It's like, what are these people doing buying this old crap? We're trying to sell new stuff.
Get on the bandwagon.
It's 4K already.
We have to resell the same movies again and again, every new format. That's how the things work.
Yeah.
We spent money on this new transfer.
These idiots are watching these transfers from the 90s. Yeah.
Talking about the better audio. Well, we didn't put that kind of money into it.
They were done with telecine machines. They weren't scanned properly in 4K. They were like that. 3.2 pull down. Oh, man. How can they watch this crap?
Yeah, man.
I mean, we did make it through an anime day. It was like very weekly prepared this year and announced.
Yeah, I didn't even know it happened until the tail end of it, and then it summoned Sean.
Well,
last year and this year, I got probably like 100 new anime discs, maybe more.
Yeah, you could have rocked it.
And I didn't even realize it was happening.
I think it was Paul posted, like, when's Anime Day going to happen? And Sean goes, well, it's this day. And the only one that remembered was Ilya.
Yeah.
And he started posting. God bless him, because, the rest of us were like, it's just another day in the week in May, and we're all stuck indoors still. And then it just, like, it exploded over, like, the next hour, and which was great to see a bunch of other people just chiming in. But it was fun.
I never got around to posting.
I still think some people thought I was joking with my post, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think the Initial D box set is probably the only box set one doesn't want to exchange the elephant condoms to, polyline sleeves.
Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot of discs.
Nice one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it has the numbers on them,
Yeah.
like on the condom there. Yeah, I thought that's kind of neat. I try to be funny to Sean and say, "Hey, I send him a link to Bags Unlimited. Here's polyline discs. You can exchange those elephant condoms." He ignored me, so he didn't appreciate that. I think.
Blocked you.
He was on a mission or something. You know
Are
him.
you sure you can log into LaserDisc Forever still?
I don't know. No, it's spelled L-A-Y, right? Laser. No.
Type it in, see what you get.
Yeah. Still
Yeah,
forever.
we have to promote the shit posting. Can we do the S-bomb here?
Yeah, why not? It's deep
YouTube.
into the video. It's too late. Yeah.
And Dr. Pepper stopped listening an hour ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's a alternative version of LaserDisc Forever, which is mostly memes and fake sales posts.
I have to say the memes have like really turned up and have gotten better. Like the first couple days we were like, oh, this is fun, and now like you've got some good ones, Seth. I forget who posted. I think it was Robin posted something really amazing about Sam. And
I saw that
Tecmo.
one.
Yeah.
And that was just so on, and I was just like, man, this is great. Like people have really taken to it, and it was just a total joke on April Fool's
Orange
Day.
County Choppers one was pretty lit.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Virgin Tech Moaner, the Burning Tech Moaner, and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yes,
and
that's
Sam's
really good.
American.
I am. It's true.
So yes, that's LAYZER.
Yep.
And do not take any of it seriously or personally.
Please don't. But yeah, Seth's been putting work overtime on making those memes. So good job, Seth.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Seth.
try to make one per day, and I do it on my actual work time. So
Excellent.
my employer better not listen to this. That I spend on my work computer using Photoshop to do memes.
Yeah, you're in Norway, right? Norway?
No, I'm not.
No, but
Not the same.
when you're in Norway, right?
Yeah, I am. Yes.
There we go.
Yes, I'm in Norway. I have LaserDisc, many players. I have all of them. I have
How many
the
X9s
X0.
do you have?
Yeah, I have two X9s stacked on each other
He's lying. Not
On the
enough.
floor.
on the floor. Yep. My mom came in here dusting earlier.
Love it.
Man. Absolutely.
So what else is on the agenda?
Man, I think we actually covered everything. We
Excellent.
kind of jumped around a little bit, but
Cool.
I think we did good. Trevor said to mention that his copy of No Holds Barred is stuck in Pittsburgh.
Mm.
So
Okay.
What's
Poor Trevor.
the deal with Pittsburgh? So it's some sort of hub that everything gets stuck.
I think it's a black hole.
Yeah. Jersey's bad too sometimes for me. But yeah, Pittsburgh's like the worst of the worst.
It's the bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know to send to Michigan, which if you look at the map from Illinois, it doesn't think that you wouldn't think Pittsburgh is close, but the hub that goes to Michigan goes through Pittsburgh. And those poor people in Michigan, they must be suffering because it seems like everything goes to them and sits in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. For a
We
week.
should have Jeff
more.
fix that because he works for the Postal Service, right?
Yeah, our favorite anime aficionado, Jeff
Yeah.
Roby, his posts are just insane.
Yeah.
That guy's got every anime disc ever.
Yeah, like he's like added so many of them too. He was talking about how many he added, and it was just like, oh my god, like how do you even find this to add it? Like, what do you know? How do you know what you're looking at? Like, because I mean, you have to like translate it, and then you're like, well, this doesn't make sense after I've translated it. And so then you have to like guess, and I mean, he is plugged in well beyond I could ever imagine.
Yeah, he's gone next level. Yep.
Absolutely, but it's good because he not only adds the discs, he puts in photos and everything, and they're starting to catch up on the photos, which is great.
Yeah, they've been like lax for a long time. It's just all placeholder. Yeah, photo coming someday. Yeah,
I submitted a bunch of super rare photos, and they got added pretty recently.
Yeah, Julian's been doing a little work.
Yeah, Julian actually posted on a bunch of my videos. I shared it with you guys. He made like visual checklists for all the AC3 titles and all the DTS titles.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the I'll put it in the link below this video. But yeah, you can just go and bam, there's like a whole like visual display of everything in release order. So you can check those out.
That's
Yeah,
really
you
good.
guys
what you're missing.
anything tonight outside of Seth, who's probably going to sleep?
Yeah.
You're not
I'm
going
going
to
to
stay
bed.
up and watch Fantasia, Seth?
No. I might pop in a Looney Tune or two.
Nice.
I'm going to do some reading. I had a killer score this week, which is going to be pretty nerdy. But I used to read a magazine called Widescreen Review, which was the the Journal of the Widescreen Laserdisc Home Theater Experience, and it's kind of my Bible whenever I need to do a deep dive for like a video or something like that. And they sell all their back issues except for the first two, which have been out of print since the 90s. I couldn't even get them back then. And so I've literally been looking for the first two issues, and I ask on Laserdisc Forever all the time, and some guy's like, maybe I got them, and then that's as far as I get. And I happened to look on eBay, and I saw a copy of the second issue just randomly sitting there from some comic shop. And I was like, holy crap. So I bought this, and then I got it, and the same day I went and got a lot because not like the next day I saw on Facebook Marketplace somebody had a stack of widescreen reviews with the first two issues in them, like
man.
20 minutes from my house. So I got the first issue, and now I've got
What?
another one of the second issue, and I literally got this, came home, and I picked up this one out of my mail bin. So
Nice.
So I guess it like opened the door to like widescreen review karma. So I got my first issue. I've literally been looking for this thing for decades. So I'm gonna finish reading those guys tonight. That's gonna be my plans.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
So when was the first one published?
This was 1992. Let's see, December 1992 for $3.95. What a bargain!
Ooh.
And it's got a sweet Dolby Surround ad on the back.
Nice.
And yeah, and that for the Runco LJR2. You should pick that up if you want a good Laserdisc player. Oh no, it's the LJR1. Sorry. But yeah, it's sick. It's a weird magazine because it's super like judgmental, and it's biased against Dolby Digital when DTS came out, and it's got tons of typos in it because they didn't have anybody reread the copy. So it's super opinionated, and but there's so much great knowledge in there. It's awesome.
I imagine it had high circulation in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, it was the thing to read if you were into what percentage of households had Laserdiscs at the time?
Three?
Yeah.
So if you were at the top end of the 3%.
Yeah. But yeah, you walked into any store and there was like a stack of them on the counter. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic find, because you never know. Like, I would not have even thought that was like worth anything or hard to find. I just figured it'd be in a digital archive somewhere. And
after I got that second issue on eBay, I went to look at the sellers like other sales, and I was like, mother effer, they totally sold the first issue. I snoozed on it, and it was like about a month ago, and it was for actually a pretty penny. So I got these for $10, and I was like, whatever. So I left them 20. I did the COVID, like they left them on the front step, and I put the money in an envelope and stuffed it in their mailbox. And so I gave them double because I'm a good guy.
Nice. And the underground Facebook marketplace of COVID. Like,
yeah, I was like, what are these doing on Facebook Marketplace of all places? But,
yeah, I've noticed like some of the weird places things have been popping up, but not nothing too crazy. But I did find Korean Laserdiscs on Mercari. So
yeah, and those there's like some Korean James Bond Laserdiscs I wouldn't mind getting, but good luck finding them.
And then I got one of them and it was sealed, and I'm like, what do I do? It's pan and scan too, so I'm like, at this point, I might as well just keep it sealed and watch the US widescreen.
Watch the good one.
But it was so cool. It was sealed Korean aliens.
Oh snap! Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah,
I'm gonna be watching this after.
Oh, what are you doing?
Another one from Ryan that came in this week.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So Bill obviously got a few things from that lot from Indiana. So
Ah, you snake.
There were no Korean bonds or any, Chinese bonds or anything. Sorry.
No, I just wanted the stuff that you already liked. The not drunk about the Rumble in the Bronx and all that stuff. So.
Man, like that was the only foreign discs in there. Were the two Jackie Chans that were like X rentals, and then there was like some random like pan and scan release that they probably got from a rental store.
Crazy Rumble in the Bronx. Hold that thought. Give me 1 second. I got some wild shit.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's show off time.
Show and tell.
I got the Mr. Nanny from the Indiana lot. No, was it Indiana?
Yeah. It was from Indiana. And the Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, Waterboy. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it was that was one of the coolest things I've ever picked up, because I've picked up a lot of collections. That's how you find the crazy cool stuff. But this one was like a diamond in the rough, because I got there and everything was dirty, everything was dusty, but it was all in sleeve protectors, and I'm like, I don't know what to do about this. Like, so I started looking, and I paged through like 50 discs, and we kind of set a price if I was going to buy it, and I'm like, okay, let's see, because I didn't see photos because he was a record store guy and trying to get rid of it. And then I saw like a copy of Good Burger and a copy of The Wizard. So I learned two things right away, that they had really obscure stuff and really recent stuff. So I'm like, let's just go for it. And 1,400 discs later.
Check this shit out, guys.
Nice.
What is that?
Wow.
The uncut Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's Hong Kong region. It's part in Cantonese, part in English, and it's got like English and Mandarin subtitles on it.
Nice.
Cool.
Pretty crazy. They cut out like this wedding scene in the American release.
Yeah, the American one's pretty trimmed. So.
Yeah. Terrible picture quality, but definitely a cool one if you dig the movie.
Yeah, I love all those old HK discs. I gotta get some more in this. Some of them are rotted, unfortunately, the ones I have, but yeah.
Yeah, they're usually pretty rough.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a rotted one.
Oh, really? Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're just like in super like tropical climates, and there's like all sorts like foxing and stuff on the inside of the jackets, and it's just super moist and humid over there, and sometimes those discs are a little rough, but you gotta get them.
Definitely. I think I'm gonna watch another Criterion. I'm gonna watch Dead Ringers.
Oh,
sick.
Highbrow.
I know, but it's Cronenberg, and the few things I've seen of his, I've really, really liked. And this one popped up on eBay from some like charity shop, and I was just like, "This is a good deal, right?" And I posted it, and a couple people chimed in, and I'm like, "Good, because it's on the way."
I gotta do my phrase for Trevor.
The single disc one.
Oh, is it the box?
It's the box, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Man. But yeah, I saw that in the theater.
Oh,
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Who wants to touch me? That's I always got to say that. Yeah, it's a messed up movie.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out.
Yeah.
Oh, if I have the single disc version, the later CLV versions from Criterion are harder to get, so it could be that I missed that one.
Yeah, it's funny how some of those are tough to get.
You're going Criterion complete, aren't you, Seth?
Yeah, it's my goal. It sans the Barbra Streisand movie.
Prince of Tides.
Yeah.
There's one on eBay for like $2,500.
Yeah, you should get it.
Yeah, it's been lifted from eBay. It's actually backed on LDDB. I guess it's the same person. So it was on LDDB for $1,500, I think. And
yeah, you should totally buy it.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
It's the only way you can be complete.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
We're gonna judge you if you don't have it.
I need Singing in the Rain before I can get that one. So.
All right.
Fair enough. Maxeene has most of the things I miss.
Once
Whenever
COVID
you
blows over.
want them.
Yeah. You need to pack a big box on Maxeene with glitter tape.
Yes.
Yeah, we can
have like full shelf and then a partial shelf. I'm not personally Criterion complete, but I'm feel like I'm probably pretty close. And I've never really like tried for that. I have a lot of those.
There you go. I'm waiting for my my sweet T-shirt I got from Maxeene this week, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Did everybody get one?
Absolutely. Mine's hopefully shipping soon. Are they shipping tomorrow? Is that the pre-release, or when is
Well, so they're gonna be getting delivered to me by the early June, should be first week of June, and then I'll be shipping as soon as I get them.
Right.
Awesome. So for those who didn't know what we were talking about, Maxeene on our website has some really sweet vintage LaserDisc t-shirts. So check them out. They're really sweet, and they're throwback Pioneer logos.
Yes.
We're all nerds, and we're like, yes, must buy.
Yeah, I did my best to make a proper replica of all the shirts that I have, because I love all of the vintage, insane advertising stuff that they made. So I'm trying to share it with everybody, because I keep only having one. So
Yeah.
You mean they don't come in boxes like the discs?
maybe I may do that. That might be a nice little presentation.
You can do an online auction on the LaserDisc page. Vintage, original, sealed in package Pioneer shirt.
Yeah.
I doubt it carries the weight of an 80s Maiden t-shirt, but you never know.
Close.
I know.
So
Close. Excellent.
well, I think that wraps us up.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining the I gotta look up the name again. The LaserDisc Wolfpack THX CAV Special Limited Edition Zoom podcast
Yes.
special. One of one so far. Who knows?
Yeah. I'll come back if you guys come back. Or
This is
Cool.
kind of like the Plastic Ono band. So, Sam is kind of like the John Lennon of the old podcast LaserDiscotheque guys, and we're like the Plastic Ono band joining in that. So, because neither George or Paul wanted to be in here, or could, because one of them is in Florida, has done the Florida Man stunt.
maybe we'll get Moiki to join one night.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try this again, and maybe some people will enjoy it. So
Yeah.
yeah, thanks to anyone who may listen to this, and don't judge us too harshly.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.